On the court, you're never alone. When you're part of a team, you always have strength in numbers.
It's High School Hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. Brought to you by Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia, Edmonton State Bank, Aqualand Pool and Spa, Toyota of Bowling Green, State Farm agent Will Coker, and NCTC powered by Warren RECC. It's the Glasgow Scotties and the South Warren Spartans on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. Now down to the court with Ryan Murphy and Big Hamp.
Well, it's a tale as old as time and one the fourth region is not all too unfamiliar with. Here, inside South Warren High School, the Spartans get set to do battle against the Glasgow Scotties. Two head coaches still early in their tenure in their respective programs, looking to find their footing and establish their place inside of the fourth region and march their way towards Diddle Arena in just a few weeks. Welcome you into the broadcast booth here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside, along with the rest of our Seven Mountains sports crew, as tonight we've got a strong matchup on hand. The Spartans and the Scotties, both strong offenses coming into this season that were expected to take big jumps, Hamp, and tonight we get to see which one of these is the best of the rest.
Man, I tell you what, they are both ready for district play. They are ready to make it to regionals. Like I've said before, South is looking for something different, and they're looking for something new, and they are definitely hungry for it.
Head coach Carlos Quarles now in his third season at the helm of the program, and in doing so has already garnered over 100 wins with this program. He has been able to make so many great changes, so many great elevations to this program. And for the Scotties, though, this has arguably been a year where a lot of people, ironically, see them as underdogs, as most of them are often called. They call them the dogs, the Scotties. Kind of the underdogs they were not only in the football season this last year with their first year in 3A and with a new head coach. Now here they are, second-year head coach, showing that they might be one of the contenders come time for Diddle Arena.
The Scotties have definitely done some great things. We've seen them a few times already, or a couple of times already this year. And, man, what they do on the court is absolutely miraculous, and they just need to keep playing ball the way they play ball.
We're just minutes away from tip-off here between the South Warren Spartans and the Glasgow Scotties. We'll go ahead and step aside, and when we come back, we'll continue our pregame show. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
For more than 125 years, Edmonton State Bank has been right here in our community, not as a big, distant bank, but as a neighbor you can trust. What makes the difference? Their lending decisions are made locally by people you know and made quickly, so your dreams don't have to wait. Edmonton State Bank is right here. Learn how they can support you through every stage of life. EdmontonStateBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back inside the broadcast booth here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. More high school hoops coming at you in just a little bit. South Warren Spartans currently set to take on and host the Glasgow Scotties. We take a look at your team comparisons for tonight's game. Very comparable start to the year between these two teams, especially when it comes to the offensive numbers, but the Scotties currently holding the edge in that. Head coach Brandon Stockton currently in his second season at the helm of the Glasgow Scotties program, and for head coach Carlos Quarles, I misspoke earlier, I said third season, fourth season actually now at the helm of the Spartans program. Just garnered his 100th win about a week and a half ago with this program, and that success has carried. You can see it there in their shooting percentages. It's something that the Spartans have done well all season long, Hamp.
Yes, they have, man. Their shooting percentage as well, their free throw shooting percentage as well. But you look at both teams, they are pretty much equally matched there. And, you know, I'm a defensive guy. I like the rebounding, but these two teams right here, it's like they don't do as much rebounding because they are able to get the ball in the hole.
And you see it there on your screen as well. The records 8-5 start for the Scotties, for the Spartans an 11-3 start, one of the best starts in the 4 seasons for head coach Carlos Quarles. We're going to go ahead and step aside. Don't go anywhere, though. We'll have our players to watch when we return. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
For more than 125 years, Edmonton State Bank has been right here in our community, not as a big, distant bank, but as a neighbor you can trust. What makes the difference? Their lending decisions are made locally by people you know and made quickly, so your dreams don't have to wait. Edmonton State Bank is right here. Learn how they can support you through every stage of life. EdmontonStateBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Warren RECC and NCTC, we offer fast, reliable, high-speed fiber internet service in Warren, Butler, Edmondson, and Grayson counties. NCTC, a 75-year communications veteran, and Warren RECC, your trusted energy provider, have teamed up to bring high-speed fiber internet service with a hometown touch, starting as low as $64.95 a month with no contract required. If you're ready for internet that can keep up with the speed of your life, check out WRECC.com/internet and sign up today.
How many miles are on it?
Man, I lost count, but runs great. Do you want it or not?
I think I'll pass.
Party people, welcome you back into the house here at South Warren High School. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside South Warren Spartans, set to host the Glasgow Scotties. Here we are in your pregame show. Take a look at your players to watch. We promised you before we went to break for the visiting Glasgow Scotties. It's Jalen Bradley, the junior guard, who last season was second in scoring for this Scotties team and has taken a big step up this year, averaging 18.5 points per game, one of the highest scoring players in the 4th region. 3.5 rebounds to go along with it on a 45% shooting split, and did a big load of the work against Barron County in their overtime win just a couple of days ago. Had 25 points in that one.
25 points, man. He is a rebounder. He is a point scorer. He'll get to the line, and 68% of the time, he'll get it in there.
Yes, absolutely. Now we look at the Spartans. The senior, Clay Willis, his stats at face value may not jump off the screen, but his impact is felt continuously, and you see it most importantly in that field goal percentage, 65% from the field. And he's a man who arguably has some of the best hops as well in the 4th region. If he gets any airtime and anywhere that basketball gets anywhere near the basket, he's going to slam it in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Scoring 22 points and not getting 9 rebounds against the Warren Central Dragons, who play tough defense. So you know Clay Willis is definitely a tough player, and he's going to do it again today. That's
been a key piece for this Spartans team all year, has been their offensive prowess. Again, coming off a loss against Warren Central, only their first loss in district play. 1-1 they are in district, the Spartans. And going into it, though, that's the closest any 4th region team has played Warren Central all year. Yes. And a lot of people have been looking over and saying, well, who's going to contend with Warren Central for this 4th region title? Who's going to be able to stick with them just with the defensive prowess they have and top of the offensive prowess that they have with so many key players? Spartans were a team that people circled on their calendar strictly for the amount of returners, the amount of bigs that they had on their team, and the offensive prowess that they possess under head coach Carlos Quarles. And Clay Willis is a big piece of that, and will look to be that tonight. That's the key, really, as we talk about keys to the game. That's going to be the key, is refinding that offensive rhythm and getting back to that high scoring tallies that they're used to.
Oh, yeah. If they just keep playing the same type of ball that they're playing, which is Spartan ball, then they'll do definitely all right.
And for the Scotties, it's going to be continuing off the success they've had against Barron County. Just coming off an overtime win, they might be a little gassed from that one. It's all about locking in and pushing forward in a tough game on the road here against the Spartans in southern Warren County. We're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll give you your starters for tonight's game and have the opening tip-off. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Warren RECC and NCTC, we offer fast, reliable, high-speed fiber internet service in Warren, Butler, Edmondson, and Grayson counties. NCTC, a 75-year communications veteran, and Warren RECC, your trusted energy provider, have teamed up to bring high-speed fiber internet service with a hometown touch starting as low as $64.95 a month with no contract required. If you're ready for internet that can keep up with the speed of your life, check out wrecc.com/internet and sign up today.
Here's 5 ways to keeping your Toyota running smoothly. Get long life out of your vehicle. Make sure you're checking and changing your oil. If your tires look like this, that's not good. Is your vehicle slow to start? Let us check your battery. Stop in, let us check your brakes. It's very important to make sure all your fluids are topped off. When you're ready to get your car serviced, come see the team at Toyota Bowling Green.
Moments away from the opening tip here tonight at South Warren High School. The Spartans hosting the Glasgow Scotties for a 4th region bout. Scotties coming in at 8-5. Spartans at 11-3. Introductions beginning here shortly as we give you your starting lineups tonight for the action. Leading us off, the away team, the visiting team, the Glasgow Scotties, again coming in at 8-5. Your starting lineup: at guard, the senior number 3, Jeremiah Moore. Also at guard, the junior number 4, Jackson Norris. Also at guard, the junior number 11, our player to watch, Jalen Bradley, coming off 25 points against Barron County. Jarek Martin, the senior forward, number 13, also getting the starting nod. He had 11 points in the team's most recent game against Barron County. Going to be a big presence in the paint tonight, especially when it comes to rebounding. And last but not least, starting at forward, the senior number 30, Landon Minton, had 17 points against Barron County, second on the team in rebounds. They are coached by head coach Brandon Stockton in his second year with the Glasgow Scotties boys basketball program. Now your starting lineup for the home South Warren Spartans, 11-3 on the year they are coming into tonight. Starting at guard, the senior number 1, Owen Shively, had 10 in their most recent game against Warren Central. He was 5th in scoring last season and is taking a big step up this year. Brandon Jr. Perkins, the sophomore guard, also getting the starting nod. Starting at forward, the senior number 11, Jackson Decker. Starting at forward, the senior number 12, Johan Pratt. And also starting at forward, our player to watch tonight, the senior number 13, Clay Willis. They are coached by head coach Carlos Quarles in his 4th season with the South Warren Spartans program. You see the Glasgow Scotties there wrapping up their introductions. If you're watching via our live stream, if you're not and you're listening over the radio waves and you're just sitting around at home and you've got a way to maybe access YouTube on your smartphone, your TV, if you've got a smart TV, your laptop, whatever it may be, we've got great multi-camera coverage inside South Warren High School as we do for every game. So if you want to look at that, just go to youtube.com, look up 7 Mountain Sports. You'll find our live stream entitled South Warren versus Glasgow High School Hoops. Or just look up South Warren versus Glasgow boys basketball. I'm sure you'll be able to find the live stream there on YouTube. Make sure to tune into that. We've got some of the best coverage there is. And if you're tuned in over the radio waves, driving down the road, we appreciate you for tuning in with us. Well, a huge shout out to our crew here today. Matthew Clark, producer, director Seth Daniel, over on our alternate camera that you're seeing right now on your screen as well. You've got Dalton Lawson on our game camera, arguably the most important of them all, making sure we get all the action throughout the game. And, of course, Big Hamp, I'm Ryan Murphy bringing you inside on the action today. First quarter just moments away. Both teams now been introduced. South Warren going to be wearing their home whites with the black trim, black letters and numbers. Glasgow wearing their dark blue, as you see Carlos Quarles there on your screen. Glasgow Scotties wearing their blue jerseys with that lighter blue trim, lighter blue numbers with that white shadow and the white down the sides of those jerseys as well. A fun one on deck tonight. Jarek Martin going up against Clay Willis for the opening tip. And Glasgow looked like they got it, but Junior Perkins comes away with it for South Warren. Here's Johan Pratt over to Decker. Now driving. Here's the Spartans. Decker with a fadeaway J. Connects on it for 2.
That's how you want to start the game, with a good quick 2 points and get back on defense.
Decker averaging 13 points per game on 51% shooting from the floor. It's been a consistent offensive presence on the season here. Jalen Bradley, player to watch, long 2. That one no good. Clay Willis tips it, and Decker pulls it in. From the Spartans, back down the floor, Shively, left wing. He's going to drive inside baseline, try to go by Bradley, pass over to Willis. Willis can't connect, and Jarek Martin gets the rebound. Go back down the floor, lays up, too strong does Jackson Norris. They wrestle for the rebound, and Junior Perkins keeps it. From the Spartans, in transition, that one gets stolen away. And now Jalen Bradley slowing down the pace here for the Scotties. Bradley also a running back for the Glasgow Scotties football team. Just had a record season as he passes it inside, finds Landon Minton for 2. 6:50 now to go in the first quarter. Tied up 2-2. Junior Perkins running the point at center court. Over to Shively, deep on the right side, right in front of the Glasgow bench. This is over to Johan Pratt. Pratt back to Shively, right wing. Here's Shively driving inside the lane, up through the paint, lays up a floater, can't connect, gets his own rebound, puts it back in. That one falls. Jalen Bradley steals away the board.
It looks like it's going to be one of the key things that's going to have to go down here is rebounding. They're taking a lot of good shots. They're just not going in.
That pass inside, complete to Jackson Norris, who connects for 2. Scotties take the 4-2 lead, 6:15 to go in the first. Pass over to Clay Willis now, left wing, surveying. Both teams playing slower than we're used to seeing. Two teams that really rely a lot on momentum. Here's Jackson Decker trying to take the momentum to the bucket. Can't get it. Foul is going to be called.
Foul number 13, Jarek Martin.
Foul is going to be on Jarek Martin. That's his first. And that will send Jackson Decker to the line shooting 2.
I don't know if that was a foul or not. It didn't look like it from where I'm sitting at, but I don't know. I'm looking through the bars here a little bit.
Slightly later call on that one as well as Decker knocks down the first free throw. He's an 80% free throw shooter on the season, so he's pretty lights out from the charity stripe on the year. About 6 minutes now to go in the first quarter. Second shot's up for Decker, and it's good. Decker's got 4 points already, all 4 of the points for the Spartans. Jackson Norris in transition now to Martin, who just got that early foul. Jarek Martin driving to the inside, over to Bradley. Bradley with a long 3. Bounce off the front of the rim. Clay Willis gets a hand on it. Jackson Norris gets the rebound and the putback.
Scotties would definitely put up a lot of threes. They're not afraid to shoot them.
Here's Perkins surveying, fakes right, passes left to Decker, top of the key. Now Decker over to Pratt on the left wing. Perkins going to call for it again. He's going to run the point, slowing it down as they call the play. They'll bring Johan Pratt over to the right wing. He'll have it from there. Now over to Clay Willis, top of the key, looking for the pass inside to Decker, doesn't have it. And off to Junior Perkins. Here's Perkins, drive inside, pass into the paint to Clay Willis, and the foul's going to get called there. That'll send Willis to the line shooting 2 as the foul is on Glasgow's Jackson Norris. It's his first and team's second of the quarter. Clay Willis now at the line for 2. First shot's up, and that one rims out.
Clay Willis, he's a 70% free throw shooter, so, I mean, when he gets to the line, normally he'll get it in.
All 4 of the Spartans' points have come from Jackson Decker, unless Clay Willis hits this free throw, and he got it. Knocked it down. 5 minutes to go in the first. Scotties holding on to a 6-5 lead. Here's Bradley trying to shake off a defender off the screen. Pass outside to Jeremiah Moore, who drives into the paint. Outside to Jarek Martin, left corner. Martin back out to Moore. Moore to Bradley. Now back to Norris. Norris back to Minton. Minton back to Martin, left wing, who's going to fake the drive. Hand off to Norris. Norris gets picked up quickly on the defensive side by Pratt. There goes Norris off the screen to the right corner. Back to Jarek Martin. Right wing, looking for the deep pass inside to Minton. Minton trying to put it up. Can't connect, and Clay Willis gets the rebound. Here's the Spartans, quick in transition. Johan Pratt slowing down the pace. Over to Shively. Shively's got some space down the baseline. Puts up a long 2. Can't connect on that one either. Scotties back down the floor with Bradley in command.
Got to be able to get those second chance points whenever you get the opportunity.
Jarek Martin for 3, and you can count it. 14% on the season is Jarek Martin, but he knocked that one down for his first field goal of the game. 4 minutes to go as the Scotties take an early 9-5 lead.
This game has started off, like you said, rather slow starting off. It's more like we're playing chess when we're used to playing checkers.
Spartans thrive off of speed, and now here's Perkins with a quick pass inside to Jackson Decker, who finds an open lane for 2. 3:40 to go in the first. Scotties lead 9-7. Here's Norris with a long 2 from the left side. Can't connect. Jackson Decker gets the board. Jackson Norris leading the Scotties in scoring with 4. Jarek Martin just behind with his made 3. As Jackson Decker drives to the paint, draws the foul. Looks like that foul is going to be on Norris. That'll be his second. and team's third of the quarter. So Jackson Decker, you see him there, back to the line shooting 2. Again, he's pretty lights out from the free throw line. He just went 2 for 2 on a trip a couple minutes ago. 80% from the charity stripe on the year, and he knocks down that one. Scotties with a substitution. Carter Hodges checks in for Jackson Norris, who just picked up his second foul, and Caden McIntyre checks in for Johan Pratt. See Decker there on your screen. Second free throw's up, and it's good. So Decker already up to a sizable performance, already up to 8 points. Here in the first quarter, we're all tied up 9 apiece. 3:15 to go in the first. Here's Bradley, guarded on the left wing right in front of the Spartans bench. Pass outside to Landon Minton. Now in the hands of Jarek Martin, top of the key. Inbound pass is intercepted out of Caden McIntyre. Punched back out of bounds by Jalen Bradley on the pass over to Junior Perkins. So it'll stay with South Warren. They'll inbound it from the far baseline. Owen Shively now running the point. Shively over to Perkins. Deep right wing. Cuts to the right side. Baseline. Lays it up. That one gets blocked. Jalen Bradley blocks it down over. Carter Hodges just checked in. Fakes the drive around the left. Hands it off to Jeremiah Moore. Now Minton, top of the key. Now over to Bradley, deep left side. He's guarded by Clay Willis. Clear size difference here, but Bradley forcing his way to the rim. Can't connect. Jarek Martin fights for the board. Hands it outside. Hodges for a long 2. Can't connect. And here's Clay Willis. Quick in transition. One-on-one with Minton. Spin move. Lays it off with the left and banks it in. Clay Willis' first basket of the game. He's got 3. 2:13 to go in the first quarter. Spartans retake the lead 11-9. Here's Jalen Bradley. Long 2 from the free throw line. Can't connect. Hodges tries to get the putback, but Jackson Decker gets the rebound.
Trying to get those rebounds underneath there is pretty tough when you got a guy like that under there with him. Good 3-point.
And Jackson Decker for 3. He's already into double digits with 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. Spartans retake the lead, 14-9. 1:45 to go in the first. Here's Bradley trying to drive on Junior Perkins. And off to Jeremiah Moore with a long 2. That's off the back iron. Clay Willis gets the rebound. Quickly in transition. Shively with a hook shot. Can't connect. Jackson Decker gets the rebound. Spartan's going to have another chance at it. Here's the drive inside. And a travel is going to get called there on McIntyre. He was trying to spin through the lane to force his way to the paint and got caught up in the chaos.
We're starting to play speed chess now. They're moving pretty quick.
Second turnover for the Spartans here in the first quarter. Here's Jalen Bradley, quick in transition. Junior Perkins playing physical on defense. Minton now top of the key, fakes off to the right side, off the screen, drives to the rim, and lays it in.
Good move, taking it to the inside like that. He's a big young man. That's where I would take it every single time.
McIntyre now on the right wing for the Spartans. Now Shively, top of the key. He's going to force his way inside on Jalen Bradley. Looks for the handoff to Clay Willis, but can't find it, so it goes out of bounds. Substitution now for the Spartans as Jackson Decker's checking back in and gives Clay Willis a break.
Definitely love having Decker in the game. Get him going to the hole. Put him on the free throw line any chance you get. Give him chances to get and ones because he is lights out from the free throw line. And right now, he is not satisfied with the 11 points that he scored the other night against Central. So he's doing everything he can to get the ball going the way he wants it.
Perkins inbound to Jax Decker, and now back out to Junior Perkins. Final 50 seconds here of the first quarter. Here's Junior Perkins trying to shake him off with a spin move out to Decker for 3. Got it! Back-to-back threes for Jax Decker.
Call him butter because he's on a roll.
35 seconds to go here in the first. Spartans lead 17-11. Jarek Martin now running point at the center court logo. Kicks it off to Jeremiah Moore, left wing. Now to Bradley, back to Martin, top of the key, who's guarded by Jax Decker. Final 20 seconds of the quarter. Scotties look keen to just hold this one out and take his last second shot to end the first quarter. Martin surveying. Spartan side of the grandstands. Kicks over to Bradley. Bradley driving up and in! Bradley ends his beginning scoring drought as Junior Perkins tries to draw the foul. Shot won't go, and that ends the first quarter. A strong outing for the Spartans as they dig from behind and retake the lead after one. 17-13 your score. We'll step aside when we come back at the start of the second quarter. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
For more than 125 years, Edmonton State Bank has been right here in our community, not as a big, distant bank, but as a neighbor you can trust. What makes the difference? Their lending decisions are made locally by people you know and made quickly, so your dreams don't have to wait. Edmonton State Bank is right here. Learn how they can support you through every stage of life. EdmontonStateBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Time keeps on slipping into the future for the Spartans. They started out a little slow, but dug their way back in thanks to a huge first quarter from Jack Stecker, included back-to-back three-pointers to end the first quarter as the Spartans lead 17-13. Spartans only have 2 turnovers in that first quarter, 9 rebounds to go along with it compared to the Scotties' 7. So currently doing a slightly better job in the Scotties in that department. Some adjustments, no doubt, that head coach Brandon Stockton can make to start the second quarter.
They are doing, man, what I'm looking forward to is seeing if Jarek Martin plays like he did that first time I watched him play, and like he was going all in. And it was right after football season, though. But it's like they got him in the basketball mode and everything. Like I said, it looks like a chess match right now.
Start of the second quarter now underway as the Scotties get the possession. They're traveling from left to right based on our position. Spartans traveling from right to left to score. Here's Jalen Bradley from the right side. Tries to drive on Junior Perkins, who's playing incredibly physical defense. Bradley forces his way to the rim. Shot's too strong, and Owen Shively gets the rebound. So Bradley 1 for 5 on the day so far. Handoff here to Jack Stecker, who connects on a long 2 from the free throw line.
Back like he never left.
Jack Stecker has only missed 1 field goal. He's made 5. Jack Stecker having a career day here, 5 for 6. Just to start this second quarter. Joan Pratt gets the rebound. Back down the floor, quick in transition. Spartans picking up the pace. Decker trying to pump fake, puts it up and in. Decker lights out, timeout called by the Scotties. Spartans open up the second quarter strong, leading 21-13 over Glasgow. We'll step aside. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome back inside South Warren High School. You see head coach Brandon Stockton there on your screen. Second season with the Scotties program, as now Glasgow trailing after taking a solid lead early in the first quarter, but Jack Stecker has come alive. In 9 minutes of play, he already has 18 points. And here's the Scotties trying to respond. Outside to Moore, right wing. Back outside. Top of the key to Jalen Bradley, who struggling here early. He's 1 for 5 from the field so far. Bradley with a fadeaway J. That one rims out. Fighting for the rebound is Moore. He gets it, but Owen Shively steals it away. Pass down low to Jack Stecker on the other end of the floor. Here's Ethan Knight, who just checked in, over to Jack Stecker, who can't connect on that long 3. That's only his second miss of the game. He's 6 for 8 from the field. McIntyre now with a steal. Down the floor, hand off to Knight. Now to Pratt. Pratt driving baseline, back outside to Decker. Decker in a defensive trap, sends it back outside beyond the arc here to the top of the key. McIntyre hand off to Shively. Shively now running point to slow down the pace. Spartans leading 21-13. 18 of those points coming from number 11 there, Jack Stecker.
The Scotties have got to feel like the deck is stacked against them with Decker coming in and playing the way that he's playing.
Decker guarded by Grayson Bartley. Handoff here to Shively. Right wing, looks for the inside pass, but Grayson Bartley putting up those hands like it's football season, knocking that pass out of the air.
And that's what you got to do. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up because you never know what could happen.
Drive inside. Jarek Martin with a fadeaway J. Got it. You wouldn't know that Martin had such a phenomenal season on the football field if you see the way he's playing here today against basketball. You would think basketball would be his primary sport.
Oh yeah, I love the way he moves up and down the court, man. He's doing wonderful things. If they get him just going the way that that I've seen him go, man, that guy right there.
Here he is back down the floor, hands off to Grayson Bartley. Bartley trying to drive baseline, gets stolen up. Minton puts it up, can't connect. Pratt with the rebound. Spartans quick in transition. Pratt fighting to the rim. Foul's going to get called. It's an offensive foul. That'll be on Johan Pratt. It'll be his first and team's first of the quarter. 4 turnovers now that marks for the Spartans here in the first half. Only 2 for the Scotties by comparison.
That's the way you take the charge, though. You got to plant your feet, stay still, make sure you're firmly there once you get there.
There's Jalen Bradley driving into the paint, gets stopped there by Junior Perkins once again. Back outside, top of the key for Trace England. England over to Jarek Martin, left wing. He's guarded by Jack Stecker. Back outside to England. England for a top of the key 3. Bounces off the front of the rim. Bartley wrestles for the rebound. Slings it back the other way. Minton wrestles for it. It goes out of bounds. They'll say off the hands of Jack Stecker. So Glasgow will keep hold of it. Good hustle there by Grayson Bartley.
Man, that's exactly what you want to see is hustle, 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 man. That's the only way you're going to get the ball, especially the way these guys are playing right now.
4:29 to play here in the first half. 21-15 Spartans lead. Inbound to Bradley. Now over to England, left wing. England looking for a pass around outside. The sophomore gets some quality minutes. Grayson Bartley moving to the far right corner. Pass over to Minton, top of the key, trying to spin his way past Johan Pratt, and he lays it in with a nice floater. Minton now leading the Scotties in scoring with 6. Decker outside to Pratt. Pratt for 3. Can't connect. Bartley wrestles in the board. That was Pratt's first attempted field goal of the game as Jalen Bradley still trying to get out of his shooting woes. He's going to have another shot. Sends it off to England. England trying to shake off Ethan Knight on the left wing. Hand off to Minton. Minton now guarded by Jack Stecker. Fighting his way to the rim. Put it up with the right. Foul's called. He'll head to the line for 2.
That's what Minton needs to do right there. Keep taking it to the inside. He's a big fella, man. That's exactly where I would dump it to and get him on the free throw line because he is a 63% free throw shooter, so he can definitely get it in.
Fouls on Jack Stecker. That'll be his first, team's second of the quarter. None of the Spartans had a foul in that first quarter. As first shot falls for Landon Minton. That's the first free throw the Scotties have made here in the first half. Again, no fouls committed there by the Scotties in the first quarter. It's the first time they've sent someone to the free throw line. Clay Willis gets in the rebound after the miss. Spartans quick in transition. 3:40 to go in the second quarter. Junior Perkins over to McIntyre, right wing. Right in front of the Scotties bench. Hand off to Perkins. Perkins off the screen, set by Willis. Perkins driving, Euro step, finishes with the left and banks it in.
That happened in slow motion, man. I know people were waiting to see if it was going to be a walk or a travel, but he moved that ball just right and took the appropriate steps.
Scotties back the other way. Here's Bradley, meets a wall of Spartans. That's Perkins and Willis. Long 3 from Trace England. Can't connect. Rebounded by McIntyre. Trace England, not a bad shooter from 3 on the season, about 31%, but can't connect on that shot. Here's Clay Willis recovering the lost dribble. Can't connect on the shot, and Minton rebounds for Glasgow. Outside. That one gets passed out of bounds. Minton intending for Trace England. That marks 3 turnovers for the Scotties after only having 1 in the first quarter. Already picked up 2 in this one. Spartans still leading 23-18, 2:56 to play in the first half. Shively back down the floor. Sends it off to Clay Willis, top of the key. Willis, you're not going to see him shoot that 3 ball. He has just not done that all season. Willis fakes the screen. Jack Stecker fighting to the rim, and Willis gets the putback.
Oh.
It's the first time Jack Stecker has had back-to-back misses in the game. There's going to be a foul called here on Junior Perkins. That'll be his first, team's third. You see Clay Willis there. Mentioned him as our player to watch before the game, and we said it then. It's not like his stats maybe jump off the screen as someone who's going to put up the most points, but he's going to have the most hustle and give you those second chance opportunities you're looking for. Here's Bradley. Shot won't go. Jarek Martin gets the rebound. Speaking of second chance points, and puts it back.
Like you said, Willis, he doesn't have the stat sheet that some would say, oh, I want those stat sheets right there. But hustle, grit, heart. He's got all of that right there, and he's putting it to use out here on this floor tonight.
Again, the leading scorer for the Scotties, Jalen Bradley, struggling tonight. Only 1 for 6 from the floor here in the first half. Here's Clay Willis driving to the paint, puts up with the right hand, and he'll get called for the travel. It'll turn it over to Glasgow. There'll be 5 turnovers for South Warren with 1:55 to go in the second. Jeremiah Moore checking back into the contest, as well as Carter Hodges. Hodges checking in for Trace England for the Scotties. Jeremiah Moore looking for the inbound. Finds Hodges, who just checked in. Hands it back to Moore. Moore, quick in transition. He's guarded by Shively for the Spartans. Pass over, Minton driving, lays it up with the right, finishes.
Right now, that's who the Spartans have to try to stop is Minton, because he's taking it to the hole.
Here's Joan Pratt. He's looking for Decker, right wing. Decides to take it himself. Misses the shot. It's rebounded by Minton. Back in transition, quick. Tried to slam it. Foul's called. Jax Decker was not going to let that one happen. And now Carter Hodges will head to the line for 2.
Good foul by Decker there. You never want to let him jam on you.
Let's take a look at this once again. Replay courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green. Almost got the slam, but Decker made the contact, disrupted the dunk. So Carter Hodges now at the line shooting to 71% from the charity stripe on the season. That one bounces off the front of the back iron. No good. Foul was on Jack Stecker, so that'll be his second and team's 4th of the quarter. Reminder, they only went the entire first quarter without drawing a single foul, or committing one rather, as the second shot for Carter Hodges falls. It's his first point of the game. Final 90 of the first half. Spartans lead 25-23. It's a 2-point ball game. Willis over to McIntyre on the left wing. Slowing down the pace here. Junior Perkins calling for the play. McIntyre shifting to the top of the key. Handing over to Pratt. Jarek Martin nearly got the steal. Long floater that time from Joan Pratt as the foul is called. Looks like the foul is going to be on Minton. That'll be his first. And that will send Joan Pratt as shots on the way. That one won't fall. Had a chance there at a 3-point play, did Joan Pratt. Now we'll go back down the floor. Jarek Martin back outside to Bradley, left wing. Final minute here of the first half. Bradley forcing his way to the rim. Puts it up strong with the right, can't connect. Again, Jalen Bradley now 1 for 7 on the night. Willis going to get called for the travel for the second time in just a few minutes. That's 6 turnovers now for the Spartans here in the first half.
Got disrupted there trying to make that pass at sudden stop, and then somebody putting their hand on the ball. It kind of throws you off balance. And that's what got him. That's what got a turnover called on him there.
Inbound. Moore hands it to Jackson Norris, who just checked back into the game. Final 40 seconds here, and if I was a betting man, I'd say the Scotties here are going to look to maybe hold it till the final 10 to look for a shot, at least final 15. Norris hands off to Hodges. Hodges gets intercepted by Junior Perkins. Perkins to Shively. Shively with the left hand, can't connect. Perkins punches it out. Minton sends it back down the floor. Here's Martin one-on-one. Now to Norris, now to Moore, and now the Scotties reset back in the same predicament they were 20 seconds ago. Perkins nearly forcing the steal and score. Final 10 seconds of the first half. Here's Moore driving off the screen to the right side. Back out. Jackson Norris, back to Martin, final 2, long 3 from Moore to end it, can't connect. And the buzzer sounds to end the first half. Spartans hold on to the lead after 2, 27-23 your score. The Scotties heading into halftime, looking for some adjustments to make to try to retake this lead. We'll step aside, but don't go anywhere. When we return, we'll have your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia halftime report right here on the 7 Mountains Sports Network.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
For more than 125 years, Edmonton State Bank has been right here in our community, not as a big, distant bank, but as a neighbor you can trust. What makes the difference? Their lending decisions are made locally by people you know and made quickly, so your dreams don't have to wait. Edmonton State Bank is right here. Learn how they can support you through every stage of life. EdmontonStateBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
At Warren RECC and NCTC, we offer fast, reliable, high-speed fiber internet service in Warren, Butler, Edmondson, and Grayson counties. NCTC is 75-year communications veteran, and Warren RECC, your trusted energy provider, have teamed up to bring high-speed fiber internet service with a hometown touch, starting as low as $64.95 a month with no contract required. If you're ready for internet that can keep up with the speed of your life, check out wrecc.com/internet and sign up today.
Here's 5 ways to keeping your Toyota running smoothly. Get long life out of your vehicle. Make sure you're checking and changing your oil. If your tires look like this, that's not good. Is your vehicle slow to start? Let us check your battery. Stop in, let us check your brakes. It's very important to make sure all your fluids are topped off. When you're ready to get your car serviced, come see the team at Toyota Bowling Green.
Welcome you back inside South Warren High School. Welcome you into your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia halftime report as we give you your stats from the first half. Spartans lead a close one, 27-23 here at halftime. You see the stats there on your screen if you're watching along with our YouTube live stream. Field goal wise, Scotties 10 for 27, Spartans 10 for 21. Free throws, the Spartans have taken more advantage of that so far. They're 5 for 7. Scotties are 2 for 4. Rebounding, pretty close game on that one as well. Spartans 17, Scotties 15. Turnovers, Spartans have the negative edge in that one. 6 turnovers to the Scotties 4 in that first half. And all tied up, they only had 4 fouls apiece, so no bonus in that first half. In fact, the Spartans got all 4 of those fouls in just the second quarter. So notable things for potentially both these teams to work on. Scotties have had more chances at the rim, just haven't been able to connect, most importantly or most notably by those turnovers, unforced turnovers, mind you, from the Spartans.
Oh, yeah, man. The Spartans are doing their thing out there right now. And on both teams, man, only a few people are actually getting points in. Right now, Jackson Norris has 4 points, 2 rebounds. Jalen Bradley, 2 points, 1 rebound. Jerick Martin, he has 7 points with 5 rebounds. He's actually doing his thing out there. Landon Minton, he has 9 points and 5 rebounds right there. So if he keeps going like he's going, he's going to be all right.
Landon Minton had a huge first half, it seemed like. At first it took the Scotties a while to get going, but then they really had it. But how are the Spartans looking overall?
The Spartans, you got Brandon Perkins, who has 2 points, 1 rebound. Owen Shively, I'm not going to leave out the 3 rebounds that he has right now. He doesn't have any points, but he is actually pulling boards down. Jackson Decker is our guy right now with 18 points and 5 rebounds. He is on a roll. Colin Butter. Johan Pratt, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Clay Willis, our player to watch, has 5 points, and he has 6 rebounds at the current moment. So the South Warren Spartans are doing their thing right now, and Glasgow Scotties, they want to keep it close.
It's going to be a fight for second chance points come the second half. A close one here. Spartans leading 27-23. As we step aside, when we come back, we'll continue and wrap up our Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia halftime report. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
For more than 125 years, Edmonton State Bank has been right here in our community, not as a big, distant bank, but as a neighbor you can trust. What makes the difference? Their lending decisions are made locally by people you know and made quickly, so your dreams don't have to wait. Edmonton State Bank is right here. Learn how they can support you through every stage of life. EdmontonStateBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back inside South Warren High School. Spartans leading a close one, 27-23, and what a great time it's been so far being able to cover these high school hoops here locally in South Central Kentucky. Wouldn't be possible without our great group of sponsors, including Don Franklin, Bowling Green Kia, Edmonton State Bank, NCTC, powered by Warren RECC, and Toyota of Bowling Green, making it possible to get out each and every week. And, of course, to all of you watching at home, because without you, then, of course, we may not have these opportunities. We got great people wherever it is you're watching, whether it's on your mobile phone, whether it's on your smart TV, whether it's on your laptop, whether you're listening over the radio waves. We appreciate you. That coming from our entire Seven Mountain Sports crew here on site and back at the radio station. Matthew Clark, our producer-director, Dalton Lawson on the game cam. Over on our alternate camera, which you're seeing right now on your screen if you're watching via our live stream, is Seth Daniel, who's giving you a lot of great hero shots from both teams tonight. And, of course, back at the station, Miss Jennifer Allen going to be on the board for us tonight. Appreciate her as well. Some score updates for you around the regions. We're a couple of minutes from re-tipping off for the second half here inside South Warren High School. Currently tonight in girls action, some final scores for you here. Barron County at Bowling Green. That game wrapped up just a little bit ago. Barron County won 57-27 over the Lady Purples. Halftime, South Warren Lady Spartans and the Glasgow Lady Scotties, 30-29 the score at the half. Logan County at ACS. ACS took the win 62-34. And currently, the final score rather, 67-45, Greenwood wins over Todd County Central. So a couple girls scores coming in throughout the region as the game progresses. For our broadcast coverage, we'll of course bring you those updates from around the region as they become available to us. And of course here at South Warren High School, Spartans hold on to a 4-point lead, 27-23. We showed you those key stats from before, including the scorers that lead the way so far for both teams. Most notably, Jalen Bradley, 1 for 7 from the field, only one layup made so far. Spartans defense has done a great job of shutting down the Scotties' leading scorer, but they may find the adjustments, or Brandon Stockton may find the adjustments to get him more involved in the offense come the second half. We'll go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half ready for you. It's a close one. Spartans lead 27-23. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the Seven Mountain Sports Network.
Warren RECC and NCTC, we offer fast, reliable, high-speed fiber internet service in Warren, Butler, Edmondson, and Grayson counties. NCTC, a 75-year communications veteran, and Warren RECC, your trusted energy provider, have teamed up to bring high-speed fiber internet service with a hometown touch, starting as low as $64.95 a month with no contract required. If you're ready for internet that can keep up with the speed of your life, check out wrecc.com/internet and sign up today.
Welcome you back inside South Warren High School. The Zoom is going in, which means the intensity is going up. Start of the second half underway. Spartans leading 27-23. Welcome you back into your Seven Mountain Sports broadcast booth. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside. Spartans looking to make their name as a top team once again here in the 4th region and chasing on the tails of Warren Central, but the Scotties, the Dogs as they're called, right on their tail. Here's Clay Willis trying to start quick in the second half. Can't connect on the shot, and Minton gets the rebound for Glasgow. Come the Dogs in transition. Long three from Norris. Got it! Nothing but nylon and a great way to start this second half. Back within one of the Scotties. Quick in transition. Here's the Spartans. Pass from Willis over to Shively. Shively trying to break out of his scoring drought. Back outside to Pratt. Now to Decker. Top of the key. Now to Shively. Again, Decker with an 18-point first half. Looking to replicate that success. Shively driving inside. Lays it up with the left hand and connects. Shively ending his scoring drought. He was 0 for 4 in the first half. Now make him 1 for 5 in the game.
Spartans defense is going to have to definitely step it up. Be careful about these Scotties, man, because they don't mind going into overtime. The last 2 games, out of the last 3 games, 2 of them went into overtime, and they won those.
Here's Willis. Pass over as he falls out of bounds to Jax Decker. Decker thinking about the sweep to Junior Perkins. Top of the key. He gets it now. Perkins slowing it down off to Decker. Willis, right corner, looking for the pass. Decker instead sends it over to Pratt, left wing. Now back into Jax Decker's hands, top of the key. He's going to drive to the paint, kick outside. Shively for 3. Got it!
3-point basket. Owen Shively.
Owen Shively connects. He's a 36% three-point shooter on the year, and when he gets hot from range, he's pretty hard to stop.
On fire. That guy right there can get.
Here's Martin. Sweep pass to Minton. Minton driving up into the paint. Lays it up long with the hook shot for 2.
That was a strong shot right there, man. That's what he needs to keep doing, putting it up.
Minton now up to a team leading 11 points in the game so far. Had 9 in the first half. Here's Shively. That shot's blocked by Jalen Bradley. He comes down with it hard, and he'll get called for the travel. Jalen Bradley going to help him back to his feet there. Good show of sportsmanship.
See, I don't think that should be called a travel right there. I think when that happens and you get the ball back down like that, there's nothing you can do.
Coach Quarles, you can see the emotion there on his face as the Scotties head back down the floor. In transition, ball gets tipped out of bounds by Shively there that time, it looks like, so Glasgow will keep it. 5:58 to play here in the third. Moore to Norris. Willis tries to intercept it. He gets a hand on it, and Perkins finishes it off. Perkins back down the floor, slows it up. Deep pass inside. Jarek Martin tips it out of bounds. Here's Jackson Norris. Norris driving inside, lays it up. Perkins draws the foul, swats it out. That'll be Perkins' second foul of the day. And that will send Jackson Norris to the line shooting 2.
They should have just let them play through that. Sometimes you just got to let them play. They're going to get fouled like that during the regionals, or district, rather.
Shots up, and it falls through. Takes a couple of bounces, but it gets there. First made free throw of the game for Jackson Norris, who's an 81% free throw shooter on the season. Second shot's up, and it's good. 2 for 2. Still a 2-point game here. Spartans lead 32-30. 5:40 to play in the third. Kick over to Jax Decker, right wing. Decker outside to Willis. Got a little tip on it from Jackson Norris, but they hold on to it. Shively, left wing, out to Decker, top of the key. Now over to Shively again, who just hit that big 3. He's holding down the point. He's guarded by Norris for the Scotties. Coach Quarles signaling him over to the left side, and ball ends up in the hands of Pratt. Now Decker trying to drive baseline, but he's guarded by Bradley. Has to swing around to his right, lays it up with the right. Willis can't get the rebound, and Minton pulls it in for Glasgow. Jax Decker started the game 18 points, only missed 2 shots in his first 8 attempts, or 9 attempts rather, and now has missed his last 3 field goal attempts. Clay Willis trying to fight his way into the paint. They'll call the foul on the floor against the Scotties. That'll be on Jackson Norris, and that is his 3rd.
The ref kind of took his time to call that one right there. We seen it happen, but I mean, it took him like forever to even make that call.
Spartans still lead 32-30. Inbound good to Willis, who lays it up and in. Willis' 3rd field goal of the day. He's up to 7 points. 4-point lead for the Spartans as Junior Perkins gets a reach in, tips it out. Now Shively, quick in transition, fakes the pass to Decker. That one's blocked by Martin. Martin back down the floor to Minton. Minton lays it up and in.
Go by Minton.
Minton again just knocking it down. He's got 13 points, leading the Scotties.
Minton's doing his thing underneath that basket.
There's Junior Perkins, pass it outside. They'll call a foul here. Looks like it'll be on Martin.
Foul number 13.
It is going to be on Martin. That'll be his 2nd. Still a 2-point ball game here, 34-32. Junior Perkins looking for the inbound, finds Clay Willis, top of the key. Willis wants that inside pass down low, but Hands it off to Pratt, left side of the paint. He's going to drive outside, hands off to Willis underneath the basket. Fighting his way off that pivot foot, lays it up with the left, and knocks it in.
Murph, knock.
Who's there?
Willis.
Willis who?
Willis go in, and it did.
Bradley trying to respond to that door knock, can't connect. Shively gets the rebound and finds Clay Willis on the inbound before that one gets turned over. Down the court quick to Pratt. Pratt trying to take advantage, intercepted by Jalen Bradley.
We're moving now. Now we're playing checkers.
3.5 minutes to go in the third. Here's Moore. Fakes a drive baseline. Back outside to Bradley, right wing. Now to Minton. Minton thinks about going outside. Instead, he's going to drive. Puts it up with the right and draws the foul. And one.
Minton, boy.
Take a look at that replay, courtesy Toyota Bowling Green. You see it there. It's almost like he freeze frames, and then he cuts inside. It's almost like a 2K glitch.
Oh, man.
Great move there by Landon Minton at the line for a three-point play, and he drops it in.
Fresh like cement.
Landon Minton keeping the Scotties in this game. It's a 1-point game now, 36-35. Junior Perkins almost taking a breath there at center court. 3:15 to play in the third. Perkins cutting left side, meets a double team, kicks it off left wing Jack Stecker. Jack Stecker drives back outside to Pratt. Pratt for three. Got it. Johan Pratt with a deep three from the right side. Trying to pad this lead still for the Spartans. Bradley thinks about a deep three of his own from the left side. Is going to keep it here for Glasgow. He's guarded by Junior Perkins. These two have played extremely physical on both sides of the ball. Back outside to Moore, top of the key. Over to Norris, right wing. Back to Bradley. Top of the key, trying to shake off two defenders. He gets double teamed. Perkins swats the pass out of the air. Jarek Martin gets it. Now over to Norris, right corner, guarded by Shively. Solid defensive presence here for the Spartans.
Spartans are playing some seriously tough defense, just keeping them from making shots that they want.
Jalen Bradley creates space and connects for his second field goal. His scoring drought comes to an end. He was 1 for 7 in the first half. And first field goal attempt of the second half, he knocks it down.
The Spartans are definitely making them earn every point that they get.
2 minutes to play here in the third. Jack Stecker trying to drive, puts up a long jumper, and knocks it down.
There we go.
He was 0 for 3 on his last 3 attempts, and Decker ends his own scoring drought. Pass over to Moore. Moore driving on the right side baseline, loses his dribble, can't recover. Minton scoops it up. He's going to take a three.
Oh, I didn't expect that from the big guy.
Jared Martin!
Oh, boom, shakalaka.
Slam it home with authority, young buck.
Woo.
Martin is perfect from the field today. He's 4 for 4. Final 90 here, the third. Still a 2-point ball game. Spartans lead 41-39. Here's Jack Stecker with a fadeaway J, and he got it. From the same spot, getting back to his scoring ways as he's up to 22 points. 43-39 the score. Bradley trying to hold on to his dribble. Hands off to Norris. Norris back to Moore. Back to Norris. Norris speed pass inside to Minton, who banks it in with ease for 2. He had a wide open lane there.
Minton is having himself a game tonight underneath them boards.
Final minute to go in the third quarter. Still a 2-point ball game. Spartans lead 43-41. Pratt to Willis to Shively, left wing. Going to drive left side baseline, puts it up in, draws foul. So Shively head to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be on Jackson Norris, who is in serious foul trouble with 42 seconds to go here in the third quarter. That is Jackson Norris's 4th foul. 2 substitutions ready to come in for the Scotties.
That's what the Spartans need to continue to do. Keep going into the inside of the basket. Keep collecting fouls, as many as they can. Get people off of the game. Jackson Norris, who's one of their scorers right now, one of the only people that's scoring with them, got him in 4 fouls now?
McIntyre checking in for the Spartans. He checks in for Johan Pratt. Owen Shively's first free throw fell true. Second one on the way. You betcha. So he went 0 for 4 in the first half, did Owen Shively, and since then he's got 7 points here in the second half. Jalen Bradley over to Martin on the left wing. No look pass inside to Grayson Bartley, who is trapped in a sea of Spartans who rip it out of his hands.
There was nothing he can do about that one.
Here's Perkins, fakes the pass, pump fake, drives in and lays it up with the left. Perkins now with 4 points.
These young men are moving out there now.
Spartans trying to extend the lead in the third quarter here, 47-41. Final 10 seconds of the third. Martin, left wing. 8. Final 5. Outside to Bradley. Bradley going to take a long three. Top of the key. No, bounce off the front of the rim. Caden McIntyre chucks it down the court. He hits the rim. He got awfully close but couldn't connect, and that'll bring it in to the third quarter. Spartans still leading a close one here, 47-41. As we step aside, you're listening and watching local high school hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
Here's 5 ways to keeping your Toyota running smoother. Get long life out of your vehicle. Make sure you're checking and changing your oil. If your tires look like this, that's not good. Is your vehicle slow to start? Let us check your battery. Stop in, let us check your brakes. It's very important to make sure all your fluids are topped off. When you're ready to get your car serviced, come see the team at Toyota Bowling Green.
Welcome back inside South Warren High School. It's a close one here as the third quarter comes to an end. 47-41 your current score. Spartans leading the Scotties. The buzzer sounds. Both teams getting ready to head back to the floor. And most notably still, Jalen Bradley only connecting on 2 field goals in the game. He's got 4 points, averaging almost 19 per game on the season. And the Spartans defense has held him to only 4. At the moment, he is 2 for 10 from the field.
You make somebody else do it. Those high scores, you got to be a defense out there. You got to be ready to make somebody else beat you. If they're going to beat you, make somebody else do it.
Inbound pass, Scotties moving from right to left for this second half. Spartans moving left to right to score based on our perspective. Scotties wearing their away blues with that light blue numbers and the white trim around it as Jarrett Martin's pass intercepted by Owen Shively. Shively back down the floor, recovers his missed dribble.
That was a good move by Shively right there.
Junior Perkins now running point, top of the key. Perkins guarded by Moore. Over to McIntyre, who's guarded by Trace England. Inside pass. Willis in the paint. Fighting his way to the rim with the right. Can't finish. Rebound by Grayson Bartley. Jarrett Martin trotting down the floor. And over to Bradley. Now to Moore, left wing. Back to England, top of the key. Going to take a deep three. Bounces off the back iron. That one wrestled in by Jack Stecker.
Decker is all over the place.
Shively's pass intercepted, intended for Clay Willis by Jalen Bradley, who heads back down the floor, showing off the handles, putting up with the right, draws the foul. Jack Stecker is beside himself. He cannot believe it. That'll be Jack's third foul, as that will send Jalen Bradley to the line shooting 2.
I'm with Jackson on that one. I didn't see that as a foul myself. Again, that's a situation to me. You let that play through.
Close one here. 6:57 to play in regulation. First shot's on the way for Jalen Bradley, and it's good. This is his first trip to the free throw line this game. Chance to get some of those points on the board he's been looking for, as Minton, the leading scorer for the Scotties in this one, checks back in for Grayson Bartley. Second shot on the way for Bradley. It's good. So Bradley now up to 6 after going 2 for 10 in the first 3 quarters from the field. Here's Shively driving, puts on the brakes at the free throw line. Can't connect on the shot, though. Minton gets the rebound after just checking in. Here's Bradley down the floor, left wing, trying to put the handles on Shively. Fakes off the screen. Now he's clamped between 2 Spartans, finds a way out in England. Now back to Bradley, left wing, who's guarded by Clay Willis.
Great defense by the Spartans. They're staying right in front of their man, and they're double teaming, getting right back on their person that they're guarding, just as if they were already on them in the beginning.
Perkins wants that alley-oop dunk for Clay Willis so bad. It's about the second time that they've gone for it here. Now Jack Stecker back outside to Shively. Back in the hands of Junior Perkins, the left corner to Jack Stecker down the baseline. Now here's Perkins, going to lay up a floater with the right. That one got tipped in the air. Now here comes Jarrett Martin back down the floor, loses the dribble. Clay Willis goes up and slams it home.
Shakalaka! Woo! He's been waiting for that. He's been waiting for that right there.
Clay Willis getting airtime. 49-43, Spartans lead, 5:45 to play. Bradley, inside pass to Minton. Down the baseline, back to Bradley. Created some space, takes the three, no good. McIntyre fighting for the board, he got it. Spartans quick in transition. Here's Decker putting up the shot. Clay Willis wanted to put it back, but saw the foul got called and let it roll. He almost had back-to-back dunks, but now Jack Stecker will head to the line to shoot 2.
If he'd have caught that off the rim and was able to get that in, woo.
Second at the line, number 11, Jack Stecker.
Jack Stecker at the line now, shooting 2 once again, and that's his first missed free throw of the game. Let's take a look back at that dunk from Clay Willis. You see the steal there in transition and nobody around him there, and he puts it in easy-like. Just slams it home. Second free throw on the way, an 0 for 2 trip for Jack Stecker that time, having not missed a free throw in the game so far. Here's Martin out to Bradley. Bradley driving from the left wing, passes over to Minton, who just checked back in. Can't finish with the right. Willis gets the rebound. Minton having a great game and leading this offense, just can't connect on that shot. Possibly an issue here with the basketball. They're going to check it. You see the official there on your screen. Possibly had something on it, maybe.
Yeah. Some sweat, probably a lot of sweat on it.
Got it away. Here's Junior Perkins, landed up to Clay Willis, who wanted a poster, but he'll draw the foul and head to the line for 2.
Hey, Willis is battling under the boards. He's going into the hole. He's doing all the things that he needs to do right now to be doing to keep the Spartans ahead. Man, I'm just excited about what he's doing out there.
First shot, no good, bounces off the front of the rim. 5:06 to play here in regulation. There'll be 3 straight free throws here for the Spartans as Griffin Jackson, the freshman guard, checking in for the senior Jeremiah Moore. Clay Willis still at the free throw line. Second shot on the way, and it's good.
He doesn't miss many.
Here's Bradley, quick in transition. Now to Norris. Norris going to drive left side baseline. Spin move. Puts up a fadeaway jumper and knocks it down. Norris, the junior, having a quiet night, but a really good one nonetheless.
I thought he was getting ready to pass it out there, so he did a great head fake and get it back up there in the basket.
4:45 in regulation. Spartans lead 50-45. Willis trying to pass Decker inside. Instead, he's going to drive it himself. Put up with the right and one.
All right, young man. Rumble, young man, rumble.
Take a look at the replay once again. Courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green. Look at this drive inside. Put it up strong with the right hand, and that foul is going to be on Minton. It'll be his second. As his three-point play falls true. Continuing to pad up the points. It's Clay Willis. Looking at the shot clock, I think the officials are. They're going to double-check shot clock times and what it should be. It says 4:32 up on our metrics. Our clock says 4:30. And looks like they just put it right back into play, so fixed whatever issue they had. Out to Bradley, left wing now. Spartans leading 53-45. Looks like they forgot to add the points, I believe is what it was. And a potential steal here, but no, Minton putting it up. Foul's called. Owen Shively looking frustrated with that call. That's his first.
Yeah, see, again, that right there, somebody falling into you. How are you fouling them if they're falling into you?
Minton had a 9-point first half, and he's done it again. He's got 18 points so far.
Now, Minton, he's putting work in underneath the boards. Yeah, they need one of those big mops out there like they have in the NBA that they just go around with, the big circle mops that they have. That's what they need out there.
You take one good sweep, and it's like one out, one back, you're done.
Done.
You can't afford to take any time in the NBA, though. That's the thing. They got to have them things.
That's true.
Had to mop it up there, but looks like things are good. Landon Minton will head to the line to shoot 2. He's got a team-leading 18 points for the Scotties in this contest, coming off 17 points that he had in the overtime win against Barron County a couple of days ago. First shot on the way. That one rims out. Substitution ready at the table for the Scotties. Imagine he'll come in after this free throw. 4:14 to play in regulation. Spartans lead 53-45. Second shot on the way for Minton, and he knocks it down. 1 for 2 trip as Carter Hodges checks in for Landon Minton, who will go get some much-deserved rest on the bench. You see him there heading back definitely gassed, and you can understand why. He's done a lot of the heavy lifting on both sides of the floor. For the Scotties in this one, here's Shively. Running point. Off to McIntyre. Now to Jack Stecker, top of the key. Now to Shively. Spartans take their time with the motions and run considerable time off the clock here. Shively faking right, goes left. Pass back outside to McIntyre for three. That one rims out. Rebounded by Jarek Martin. Martin in transition. Long two from the free throw line. That one rims out. That's Jarek Martin's first miss of the game. He was 4 for 4 before that from the field. He's now 4 for 5.
Jarek Martin reminds me of a WKU player from back in the day. Sergio Caruch is who he reminds me of when he plays.
Outside Shively. Had a little space. He's going to drive baseline instead. Slams it up with the right and banks it off the glass for two.
Way to take it to the hole. Take it to him.
Here's Bradley. Top of the key. Loses the dribble off his foot. Perkins can't take advantage. Pass out to Griffin Jackson, the freshman guard who just checked in. Now to Jackson Norris, who hands off to Jarek Martin, right wing. He's going to take a step up. Cross-court pass to the freshman, who catches it just before it goes out of bounds. Now back to Bradley. Bradley going to drive on Perkins. Use that shoulder. Drive in. Foul called. Junior Perkins, again, beside himself, going up to the official to ask what that call could have been for. That'll be Perkins' third. Still talking it over with the official away from the play at center court. Jalen Bradley at the free throw line once again, knocks down his first shot. He had a 2-for-2 trip earlier in the third quarter as Johan Pratt checks back in for Caden McIntyre. So Johan Pratt back into the action. Pratt with 5 points. Looking to close it out for the final 250. Second shot's good for Bradley. So back to 2-for-2 trips in the game. Puts him up to 8 points.
At this moment, South Warren wants to keep scoring. Even if they're trading baskets, they just want to make sure that they keep scoring right now. They do not want to let the Scotties stay so close in the game to where they could take it to overtime.
Outside, Clay Willis, left wing. Back outside to Shively. Now to Pratt, right wing. Pass inside to Jack Stecker. Takes a long two. Got it. Jack Stecker, a silent second half after a strong first one. He had 18 points in the first half. He's got 6 here in the second, so he's up to 24 points. Jalen Bradley, deep three. Got it. Big and much-needed three to end Jalen Bradley's field goal scoring drought as a timeout is called. 2:07 to play here in regulation. We'll step aside. Spartans lead 57-51. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Here's 5 ways to keeping your Toyota running smoothly. Get long life out of your vehicle. Make sure you're checking and changing your oil. If your tires look like this, that's not good. Is your vehicle slow to start? Let us check your battery. Stop in, let us check your brakes. It's very important to make sure all your fluids are topped off. When you're ready to get your car serviced, come see the team at Toyota Bowling Green.
Welcome you back inside South Warren High School. You see head coach Brandon Stockton there on your screen after the timeout. Scotties with a much-needed three-pointer you saw made by Jalen Bradley there. Getting up his scoring. He's now into double digits after starting the game 1 for 7 from the field. He's started to work his way out of it here in the second half and at a most crucial time. Scotties back within 2 scores. Jack Stecker trying to make it 3. Can't connect. And the rebound brought in there by Travis Collar, just checked in for the Scotties. First time he's been in today. Jalen Bradley driving to the rim, lays it in. Jalen Bradley trying to do a takeover. As the Scotties now back within 4 points. 90 to play. 57-53 your score. Here's the Spartans. Perkins shaking off a defender, driving in, finishing with the right, and lays it in. He's got 6 points. Hasn't missed a shot from the field tonight as Junior Perkins. Taking strong shots. Bradley for 3 again. He's got it. And another timeout called for the Scotties as they're back within 3. Spartans lead 59-56. We'll go ahead and take ourselves another break. Minute 22 to play. Spartans lead a close one. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
For more than 125 years, Edmonton State Bank has been right here in our community, not as a big, distant bank, but as a neighbor you can trust. What makes the difference? Their lending decisions are made locally by people you know and made quickly, so your dreams don't have to wait. Edmonton State Bank is right here. Learn how they can support you through every stage of life. EdmontonStateBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome you back inside South Warren High School here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. A close one as the Scotties are digging back in on the back of Jalen Bradley, who's hit 3 of his last 3 field goals, including 2 3-pointers. As you see this one here, Jalen Bradley taking his shot, even with some contention. Again, he went 1 for 7 in the first half, but is still not afraid to take those shots. He's there amongst the huddle with head coach Brandon Stockton trying to dig their way back in. It's back within 3 with a minute 22 to play. Spartans still leading 59-56. A great look there from our own Seth Daniel of Jalen Bradley trying to play takeover here late in the going.
He's doing a great job at it right now because he is getting starting to get on fire at the moment. He is definitely heating up.
Free throws especially crucial for Jalen Bradley. Didn't have any attempts in the first half, and in the second he's 4 for 4. Spartans are going to try to ice it with a minute 15 to play, but the Scotties won't be afraid to foul. Shively driving, can't finish with the left. Collar gets the rebound. Jarek Martin, quick in transition, not wasting time, puts it up with the right, draws the foul. Clay Willis will have the foul against him. It'll be his first. Nelson Jarek Martin to the line for 2. And Jarek Martin, I hate to make this comparison because it might sound like a hyperbole, but he looked like LeBron in transition going up for that right-handed dunk.
He did. I'd have to agree with you right there because he was moving. That was really a good foul by Willis.
So Jarek Martin nearly shifting the tone here as he knocks down his first free throw. Martin 4 for 5 on the day from the field. He's had a phenomenal day. From the offensive glass, also on the defensive side of the ball as well. Keeping the Scotties within 2 here. Second shot on the way, it's good. For Scotties, it's a 1-point ball game. Spartans lead 59-58. They're going to call a timeout here. Spartans call a timeout. They've got timeouts to spare with a minute 8 to play. They'll head back to their huddle. A good call there, I think, by Jax Decker, who I think understood the assignment. There was some confusion. They called a timeout. They got plenty to spare, and Spartans lead 59-58. As we step aside, you're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
At Warren RECC and NCTC, we offer fast, reliable, high-speed fiber internet service in Warren, Butler, Edmonson, and Grayson counties. NCTC, a 75-year communications veteran, and Warren RECC, your trusted energy provider, have teamed up to bring high-speed fiber internet service with a hometown touch starting as low as $64.95 a month with no contract required. If you're ready for internet that can keep up with the speed of your life, check out wrecc.com/internet and sign up today.
Welcome you back inside South Warren High School. Coach Carlos Quarles, you see him there on your screen, called the timeout to get the Spartans out of a tricky situation. Look for the inbound pass. They've still got plenty to spare, as do the Scotties. They have 3, Spartans still with 4, as Jax Decker receives the inbound pass that time. No problem. Minute to play here in regulation. It's a 1-point ball game. To Perkins, right wing, 55 now to play. Pratt, top of the key. Back to Shively. 50 seconds now to play. Back to Decker, top of the key. That one nearly pulled out of the air by Brad Smith, but Junior Perkins holds on to it. It's 2 versus 2. Bradley goes up deep. Shively now with the pass. Back in the hands of Decker, left wing. He's guarded by Brad Smith, who just checked in for the first time today, and he is putting the pressure on. Collar guarding Pratt. Now to Decker. Final 30 seconds. Spartans just playing keep away. Back to Perkins. Perkins to Shively with a bounce pass. Shively driving, puts it up with the right, can't get it. Willis can't get the putback. Jalen Bradley pulls it in. And now the fate is in Glasgow's hands as they call a timeout and have the possession.
As much as I do not like the hold and pass for the last few seconds of the game, I think they should have just kept it and held on to it and kept passing it around. They were passing the ball pretty well. I had a couple of times where the ball could have gotten stolen, but they were able to keep it in their hands. I just don't know if taking that shot at that time was the right move.
So Scotties call another timeout. They've still got 2. Spartans with 4. Spartans leading 59-58. I think there may have been some confusion because I also think on the floor some thought that they called the possession was in favor of the Spartans rather than the Scotties. I'm still waiting to figure out if that is the case or not. Possession arrow is pointing to the Spartans. So even though it looked like Glasgow wrestled in the rebound and the timeout was called, looks like Coach Stockton maybe called the timeout at the wrong time possibly because the possession stays with South Warren. I was convinced that Glasgow had the possession as well.
I did too.
But it looked like maybe that was just missed time. Possession arrow showing to the Spartans, so we'll find out, I guess, once they head back to the play. They're throwing it in from the Spartans side here on the baseline, so we'll see who goes to throw it in. My assumption is Glasgow, but there was a lot of pointing fingers. So possession is with the Scotties.
Okay, yeah, somebody forgot to hit the button there.
So just some confusion. So the Scotties will hold on to it after that jostle, and it'll be in their hands. 15 seconds to play. 59-58 your score. Final 10. If they at least draw a foul, they could tie it up or even take the win. Final 7 seconds. Jalen Bradley, game winner. Jack Stecker with the rebound. Scotties immediately go for the foul on Jack Stecker. Neither team's in the bonus just yet, so Spartans will keep it.
His 5th foul. And
that was his 5th.
So
number 2, Brad Smith.
Jackson Norris, that we mentioned in the third quarter, with about 2 minutes left, that Jackson Norris was in foul trouble. So he is now checked out with his 5th foul, and Brad Smith comes in. Spartans pass it over. Pratt holds on to it. Clock runs out. Almost a no-look pass for the Spartans as they hold on and survive a close one. Final score, 59-58. The Spartans get their 12th win on the season, improve to 12-3. Scotties fall to 8-6. We'll step aside, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll have your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia post-game show. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. The Spartans take the win, 59-58, your final score.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
For more than 125 years, Edmonton State Bank has been right here in our community, not as a big, distant bank, but as a neighbor you can trust. What makes the difference? Their lending decisions are made locally by people you know and made quickly, so your dreams don't have to wait. Edmonton State Bank is right here. Learn how they can support you through every stage of life. EdmontonStateBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
At Warren, RECC, and NCTC, we offer fast, reliable, high-speed fiber internet service in Warren, Butler, Edmondson, and Grayson counties. NCTC, a 75-year communications veteran, and Warren RECC, your trusted energy provider, have teamed up to bring high-speed fiber internet service with a hometown touch starting as low as $64.95 a month with no contract required. If you're ready for internet that can keep up with the speed of your life, check out wrecc.com/internet and sign up today.
How many miles are on it?
Man, I lost count, but runs great. Do you want it or not?
I think I'll pass.
One for Carter. And then welcome you back here to 7 Mountain Sports Network. You hear us doing math. If you just joining us, you just heard us doing some math and figuring out the stats for you. As if you're watching on our live stream, you can now see there on your screen, Spartans taking the win in a close one, 59-58 the final score. Your field goals on the day. Honestly, I could go up and down this screen and read you the stats and tell you how close it was. This is about as even as numbers get in a ball game for basketball. 25-28 your rebound difference, 10-11 your turnovers. Spartans had the 11, Scotties with 10. Both teams had 10 fouls apiece. Field goals, Spartans were 23 for 45. Scotties were 20 for 43. Free throws, Spartans were 9 for 14. Scotties were 12 for 15. You literally could not get much closer, and you could argue it did come down to pretty much any number of these stats at the end of the day. And really it just came down to securing it at the most important time for that last toss in, because honestly, I think when they threw it in there with about 3 seconds to go, that it just kind of went out of bounds and it was just there. Like I don't think they really anticipated it, and it ended up going that way. So final score, Scotties end up falling short here. The final score, 59-58. We do not have a second headset here, but we're going to be joined here by head coach Brandon Stockton as we're getting the shot set up here momentarily. Scotties fall 59-58. Coach Stockton, appreciate you for joining us here.
Thank you.
Obviously not the way you guys wanted to end it, but I have to imagine you're proud of the way your guys fought here today.
Absolutely. That's a good team. They're well coached, and I thought we played well early. They made some shots early in the game, and I looked at, and one player had 18 at halftime for them. So to withstand that punch and still be within a shot for having an opportunity to win this ball game, I'm very proud of my guys, especially heading into a district game tomorrow and then 2A state on Friday.
Now, imagine us also coming into today, you guys coming off that overtime in Barron County. Do you feel like maybe that affected you guys a little bit in terms of energy, or did you guys bounce back pretty good?
Not at all. We had a couple of days to, rest and prepare, and, the guys did a good job of that and recovering. So, this is the year you look for it. It's all you want to do is play. You rather play than practice. So, this was a good game for us tonight, and I'm proud of the way my guys played.
Midway through January, so we're getting closer and closer. It feels like eyes are always on that 4th region tournament. How do you guys feel like you shake up? Are you about where you thought you'd be at this point in the year, or what are you guys looking forward to these next couple weeks?
I don't like to talk about last year because each team is different, but based off, things that we had and our returners, I think we're right where we need to be. I think we're flying under the radar. Nobody's really talking about Glasgow right now. Mm-hmm. And I just see improvement each game. And, we got a big game from Landon tonight, who is a senior. And these guys don't like to lose. So that's the best thing, and they like to compete.
I was going to say, how's it feel having this guy on your team who can work the paint like that and work so many different facets of the game?
I'm glad he's on my team because he does so many things for our team. He can play inside, he can play outside, he can put the ball on the floor. And I think he's a mismatch for a lot of big guys. And, once he finds his shot, his outside shot, I think he's going to be very, very hard to guard.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you for talking with us. We'll get Landon on the mic here for just a moment since you guys decided to come up here and join us. Appreciate you for jumping on the mic. Landon, appreciate you for coming up. You guys had a big game. How do you feel like you guys flowed tonight here on the road?
I felt like we came through, we come and compete, and that's all we needed to do.
What are you guys maybe looking forward to as a team? What's that internal dynamic like at this point in the year? What are you guys looking forward to maybe try to improve?
Keep winning and do better than last year.
Now, as far as for you as a senior, how do you feel like your role has grown and expanded? Do you feel like a lot of those younger guys maybe look up to you? You guys got a kind of a mixture of old guys and young guys.
Yeah, I had to step up and take the role of being the leader, and it just works out.
Now going in, obviously, you talk about you guys got a district matchup coming up here in a couple days, y'all's next game. How do you guys feel like you guys are faring in district play? Are you confident going into that stretch?
I feel like we should be confident, just keep doing what we're doing, working, playing hard, and I feel like we'll be good.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you. Congratulations on a great game, and we'll hopefully see you guys down the road.
All right, thank you.
Awesome, thank you. We'll go ahead and step aside, and when we come back, we'll continue our post-game coverage here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
At Warren RECC and NCTC, we offer fast, reliable, high-speed fiber internet service in Warren, Butler, Edmondson, and Grayson counties. NCTC, a 75-year communications veteran, and Warren RECC, your trusted energy provider, have teamed up to bring high-speed fiber internet service with a hometown touch starting as low as $64.95 a month with no contract required. If you're ready for internet that can keep up with the speed of your life, check out wrecc.com/internet and sign up today.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back inside South Warren High School for your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia post-game show. You just heard from head coach Brandon Stockton of the Glasgow Scotties, as well as Landon Minton, who had a phenomenal night points-wise, 19 points, 9 rebounds as well, if I'm not mistaken. Almost had a double-double.
Almost.
And was doing a lot of the heavy lifting for the Scotties today. Nothing they should hang their heads about. I think you heard from Coach Stockton there. They were proud they were able to come here on the road, especially after a overtime win against a rival in Barron County in district play down there, and maybe push themselves, continue to elevate themselves to ways to know how. And when we circle the Spartans, again, we talked about this in the pregame, the Spartans have been a team that a lot of people have circled as who's going to step up to Warren Central, who's going to be that next closest fourth region team to really put the pressure on them. And if you look at the Scotties and how close they played the Spartans today, if the Spartans are number 2, then you could argue the Scotties are maybe right there at number 3. But Greenwood's also going to be in the mix. The fourth region is just as wide open and competitive as it's ever been.
It is, and I think the South Warren Spartans are definitely a name that is definitely has arisen. and the Glasgow Scotties, man, they are not afraid to play the way that they are playing right now, man. If they keep doing what they're doing, they keep it close, and they'll put you into overtime, and they'll work you overtime if you let them. The Spartans, man, they show that they can.
Yes.
They show that they can definitely slow a team down, keep their best players at bay, and I think that's what they're going to probably do when they play Central once they get in the district and everything like that.
So now as we look ahead, obviously Spartans come away with a close win here, 59-58. I think possibly slightly closer than they had imagined or at least hoped for in this contest. But again, it shows you the competitiveness of this Scotties team, only under second-year head coach Brandon Stockton. In 2 seasons, he's done a lot of change, a lot of evolving for this program. And the same thing goes for head coach Carlos Coles. 4 seasons, he's already got 100 wins with the program. That's only going to continue, and a big part of that has been Jackson Decker, who's going to join us here in just a moment. We will honorarily crown him with our player of the game, and we'll get him up here on the mic here shortly. Hopefully get head coach Carlos Quarles on the mic shortly after as well. Coach Quarles, hopefully going to get him. Yeah, we can get Jack Stecker on here. We're working on getting Coach Quarles up here as well. But Jack Stecker had a big night, 24 points, 8 rebounds to go along with it. We'll try to get him here on your postgame show. Jack Stecker's doing us a solid. He's going to get Coach Q up here with us for the postgame show. We're a little bit of an extended one here for all of you watching at home. Again, Spartans taking the win 59-58. If you're listening over the radio waves, we appreciate you for tuning in. A little bit of an extended coverage for you, whether you're listening in over the PointRocks.com or the Point Rocks app or over the radio waves. If you're riding in your car, appreciate you for tuning in. We're waiting on Coach Q possibly to come up and join us for the post-game show. We'll have Jax Decker coming up with us on the way as well. Again, he had a big night tonight. We'll go ahead and crown our player of the game here shortly, but we'll step aside, wait on Coach Q, and be back in just a moment in about 30 seconds or so. So we'll step aside. You're listening and watching local high school hoops here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
For more than 125 years, Edmonton State Bank has been right here in our community, not as a big, distant bank, but as a neighbor you can trust. What makes the difference? Their lending decisions are made locally by people you know and made quickly, so your dreams don't have to wait. Edmonton State Bank is right here. Learn how they can support you through every stage of life. EdmontonStateBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome you back inside the Seven Mountains Sports Network. We'll welcome Jack Stecker up into the booth, who had a big night tonight, 24 points, 8 rebounds, about 2 boards away from a double-double. And I'll have to spin around on the camera here because I forget we have a camera half the time that's behind me. You guys were looking at the back of my head a minute ago. We got Jack Stecker joining us now. A solid win for you guys. Probably a little bit closer, I imagine, than what you had hoped for, but you still had a great night nonetheless.
I appreciate it. We just got to close that game up better. We got to know situation. They got to foul us, so we just got to make sure we spread the floor and keep that. Just time management. We got to keep that in our minds going down the road.
It seems like your time management has really been an emphasis with the offense especially. You guys do a great job of that. What was maybe the message that Coach Hugh gave you guys at the half?
Just to continue to move the ball. We almost got whatever we wanted when we wanted. We just got to continue that. When we take our time, the defense is going to make a mistake, and that's when we know when to attack or shoot the ball or whatever.
Now, obviously, you guys have a pretty big, almost rivalry game, I guess, coming up next. You got Bowling Green. How do you guys feel like you are in contending with a game like that? Obviously, it's big in district, but do you guys have a lot of confidence going into that game?
Yes, sir, always. We want to be the first team in school history to beat them, and I think we got the goods to do it, and we just got to come out and attack and continue to stay on the gas pedal, because if we let up, then that's going to come back to bite us.
Well, luckily we'll be able to watch you, so we'll be there Friday night, so
yes,
hopefully
sir,
put up another big performance.
I appreciate
you for coming to talk to us. We'll get Coach Q on now, I guess. We'll just kind of make it a cycle him right in here. Appreciate him for joining us. Coach Carlos Quarles joining us up here in the booth. Coach, appreciate you for sitting down with us. A close one. I mentioned this to Jackson, probably a little bit closer than you guys would have liked, but what was your message maybe to the team at the half?
We needed to play according to our game plan and move the basketball and let the basketball dictate what kind of attack that we would do. And, we didn't play with much of an IQ down the stretch. We kept giving them opportunities to stay in the games. So very disappointing how we closed the game out, but Glasgow's a pretty good team.
Now, I guess the good news, maybe if there is any, you get the win, but it's mid-January, so you have time to maybe adjust on some things. Got a big one coming up next against Bowling Green. I imagine that's one you have circled just for district possibilities and whatnot.
Yeah, every district game is the utmost importance, so we're going to go into it and treat it like any other game. We want to play with confidence and ball movement and playing the way we're capable of playing, because if we don't, anybody's capable of beating us. But if we play the right way, we're capable of beating anybody. So hopefully we get all that cleaned up this week.
Now, I think I've kind of asked you about this last time, is that there's certain points of the year where maybe you have certain things you want to make sure you've dialed in or that you feel confident in. Do you feel like you're at a point at this point in the year where you wanted to be maybe at the start of the season? Do you feel like you've gotten kind of a rhythm with these guys?
We've made progress. I do want to say that, but I think we got a ways to go. I think we got a high ceiling. I think we hadn't reached to the point that I think we can get to, but we're going to keep working for sure. I got a great group of kids, and they're going to continue to try to get better each and every day.
Now, I mentioned we're going to be able to see you guys in action on Friday against Bowling Green, but what's it mean having a guy like Jackson Decker in your lineup who you know is going to come up and have big nights like tonight?
Yeah, Jackson's a winner. I know I can count on him at all times, so he's going to step up when his number's called, and he's very unselfish. He rebounds, he guards some of the best players night in, night out, so he's definitely an attribute to South basketball for sure.
Awesome. Well, Coach, we appreciate you for coming up and talking with us. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll wrap up our coverage here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
At Warren RECC and NCTC, we offer fast, reliable, high-speed fiber internet service in Warren, Butler, Edmondson, and Grayson counties. NCTC, a 75-year communications veteran, and Warren RECC, your trusted energy provider, have teamed up to bring high-speed fiber internet service with a hometown touch, starting as low as $64.95 a month with no contract required. If you're ready for internet that can keep up with the speed of your life, check out WRECC.com/internet and sign up today.
Welcome you back to wrap up our coverage here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. Crowning our player of the game, and you just heard from him here on your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia post-game show. Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Warren RECC and NCTC is the Spartans. Jackson Decker had 24 points, 8 rebounds, leading his team in points. Had an 18-point first half to elevate the Spartans to a 59-58 win over the Glasgow Scotties. For your high-speed internet needs, choose NCTC, powered by Warren RECC. It's fast, reliable service with a hometown touch. Congratulations, Jackson Decker. You are our player of the game tonight. Again, a huge shout-out to our sponsors, Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia, Edmonton State Bank, NCTC, powered by Warren RECC, and Toyota of Bowling Green. Because of them, we're able to get out and provide you this phenomenal coverage each and every week, and we'll continue to do so. We got a big one coming up on Friday. Again, we mentioned Spartans at Purples, double header for that one, so we'll bring you that coverage live. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Big Hamp, any final thoughts?
Man, love watching what was going down today, man. This was absolutely, like, again, a chess match that turned into a checker match at the end, man. It was great basketball. Expect more right here on 7 Mountain Sports.
We'll look forward to it here. Final score between the Spartans and the Scotties, 59-58. We appreciate you all for tuning in. We'll be back in just a couple of days with more action here in South Central Kentucky. Make sure to stay tuned to our social media at 7 Mountain Sports Soki for all the latest in local high school basketball. We'll see you next time as we say goodbye for now. For Big Hamp, Matthew Clark, for our producer-director, Matthew Clark, that is, for Seth Daniel on our alt cam, and for Dalton Lawson on our game cam. Signing off for now, I'm Ryan Murphy. We'll see you next time on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. Good night, everybody.